The ox in 2026 has a lot of good luck, good stars in status and wealth and building authority. There's just a little pressure to be a great leader and make impact.
For those of you born under the sign of the ox, 2026 hands you status, wealth, and authority on a silver plate. The only question is whether you'll wear the crown or let the crown wear you.
All right, Ox, that little presentation was from my mentor and best metaphysician in the world, Chinese metaphysics, Dato Joey Yap. And after I go through the stars that are flying in for you, Ox, Joey will come in and talk about how you can look for the ox in other places, not just the year that if you were born the year of the ox. You could also be in the month of the ox, or the day, born on a day of an ox, day. And even the hour of birth, if you know your time of birth, that could be an ox. So we'll find out from Joey later to go deeper into that. But for now, Ox, let's talk about your 2026, the good stars. National treasure. This is like promotion, an elevated recognition with other people, getting the respect. And with respect and more promotion and more recognition, what comes? Responsibility. So Ox, you will be looked up as recognized, but there's more responsibility that goes on your shoulders. So, there can be a tendency to be overpressured. Just watch for that this year. But you'll be trusted to do more if you protect your reputation, if you work with integrity. National treasure can work for you to get recognized in front of the bigwigs, so to speak. We also have Dragon Virtue, a very nice star to get, Ox. This is the great negotiator, as Dato Joey Yap says in his videos. Dragon Virtue is the great negotiator, meaning that you can solve problems that maybe others can't. And so this is a great under chaos star. Everything's chaotic, but Ox comes in and smooths the way, The only problem with that is a lot of people will come to you with their problems. And it's like when you're a bartender and everybody tells you your problems or whatever, right? It's like that. So you want to choose which problems you solve, right? You want to choose to solve the big problems, and you'll get more respect and more opportunity by doing that, okay? That's how we use the Dragon Virtue. Now, Emperor star, like an emperor, right? Think that energy. This is a very powerful but natural way of commanding other people in a way. But the ox is, as you can see, we have a lot of this status upgrade and authority upgrade. But emperors, who listen and speak calmly get a lot further than those who don't. And sometimes as an emperor, it can be lonely at the top. So be ready to open up a little bit with other people, Ox, with your emotions. All right, Ox, let's talk about your bad stars. All right, we've got the year shot. This means that you, in your workplace or somewhere, there could be this bureaucracy, unwelcome authority in a way, unexpected rules changing, like that kind of feeling. Changes in the system, maybe. And so what you want to do is just learn it faster and before everyone else. You'll be fine, Ox, because you'll be seen as the leader and the go-to guy, go-to girl. Don't fear the change. All right, next is brutal defeat. This is about if you're too hasty or too egotistical or hot and bothered under the collar in a way and making hasty decisions. Well, brutal defeat can literally defeat you when you do that. Sometimes our ego gets in the way. So just take a deep breath, pause before making any hasty, decisions under emotion because you're angry or stressed out. That's basically what brutal defeat is. And a leader, right? What is a leader? A calm, collected, cool leader. Look at the Emperor card in Tarot, right? There's a leadership, calm, authoritarian, but without being all crazy, you know? Like some leaders we know. All right. Take a pause, okay, Ox? Sometimes we need to do that. Dark sky. Literally, it's like the Clouds star, or the Clouds card in Lenormand, where there's doubt and fatigue, and I just feel like it's an emotional slowdown, or it's like the Clouds card, but it has a lot to do with our own thoughts, right? We get in our own way. But part of it can be fatigue, emotional fatigue, because of everybody coming to you with their problems, because of all this excess responsibility that you are, So again, we just have to watch, keep care of ourselves, especially emotionally and physically, to ease the stress. That's the main thing. Don't forget to relax. Don't forget to enjoy life. 6 harm. Well, this is just friction and misunderstandings. I mean, leaders always get that, right? There's always going to be Karens out there that want to maybe make it hard for you in some way, or temper tantrums, right? So you as an Ox, be tactful. Don't be having tantrums. Be the calm, wise leader that you're meant to be this year. And as Joey App said, he said something interesting. Don't take things personally. Take them professionally. All right, so that's good for 6 harm. Now, sky killing. This is, again, this feeling about all the pressure can make you overstimulated. You get hot under the collar, and then your emotions burst out and you get all crazy. So we just want to take a step back and pause and watch and slow down when you're feeling that way. When you're feeling burnt out, when you're feeling stressed, go take a chill pill, go have a nap, go rest, get regulated again, okay? Because you are feeling the pressure. It's tough to be on top, Ox, on top of the ladder. There's pressure there. So Sky Killing says, watch that you don't get all crazy, especially with the words, and get into fights and all this, and just breathe. I think deep breathing is really good for you, Ox, this year. Okay, and finally, Ox, you have the Fortune God mixed with the Aggressor star. These combined teaches you, Ox, that leadership isn't about control. It's about composure. Now, this is very much like the Strength card in Tarot. She leads the line with compassion, with nurturing, with gentle leadership and wisdom. Without yelling at it and pulling on the leash and whatever, right? Getting all crazy. Like the good kind of leadership. That's what we're asking you to do this year, Ox, and learn about this. Be the calm, wise leader that people can trust, Ox. Now, we're going to see Dato Joey App's extended predictions, where you can go on his website, www.joeyapp.com/Botsy, to run your own chart, to plot your own chart. And when you enter in and key in your data, their birth data, you will have a chart, and you can see if the Ox is in your year, your month, which is career, your day, which would be your relationships and yourself, or your hour, which is your investments and your kids. So he'll explain more.
Now let's go deeper into your astrology chart. Listen, you might have more than one animal sign that is different in your chart. Ox can appear in your year of birth, month of birth, day of birth, and hour of birth. To get your full astrology chart, scan this code or just click on the link that you see right here on the screen or in the comment section. Go to this page or this app, right? You can do this on your phone, and you could just plot your destiny chart, and you can get all the additional information about the other animal signs in your chart. Everything that you need is there, okay? So go there right now and get your full chart, all right? And you can download some stuff as well. Learn about your charts and learn about astrology for the year, okay? So remember, when the Ox appears in different positions in your astrology chart, they also can denote different things. Okay, let's say for the year pillar, when ox appears in the year column, like so, that means you're born the year of the ox. That means your public image rises. Networks and communities look up to you. You're finally, dominating a space. And a lot of people look for you for collaborations because you could solve their problems, especially for influential people. Now, remember I said earlier on, choose the people you want to solve problems for. You solve rich people problem, you get to higher levels of society, you make more money. But for some of you who are already rich, you don't need that. So then you solve common people's problems, right? It's up to you. Just keep ego out of the equation. That's how you become successful. And if the ox is in your month of birth, that means you're born in the time period of January the 6th to February the 3rd, plus minus a day around this time. That means you're born in the month of the ox. That means this is called the career acceleration zone. If ox is in the month of birth, promotions, recognition, leadership roles are generally going to be offered to you if you have the courage to take them. Okay, because this actually means for some people, oh my God, it means the workload increases. I don't like that. I don't like to do more. See, some people, when they're given opportunity, they say they don't want because they're too lazy to take it, and then they complain about life. Just don't be one of those people, okay? Because otherwise, then you're activating all your negative components, all right? Now, so when you take on new roles, so will your authority increase. Manage people, not panic. Remember that, okay? Now, the ox can also be in your day of birth. That means you're born on the day of the ox, like so. Okay, if you see ox appearing in your day chart, then this reading is for you, okay? That means your relationship-wise this year is kind of like you're dealing with, like you're the emperor in a relationship, right? So it kind of means there's always distance, all right, between, what you need to do, obligations, duty, relationships transform this year, right? You are expected to take responsibilities emotionally and even practically, right? So strength doesn't mean silence, it means stability. So maybe the best thing to do is, take a step back, don't argue. That's the best thing to do, all right? Now, to find out your full chart, remember, you can always scan the code and go to the page and print your chart and read the notes, all right? Now, if ox is in your hour of birth, that means you're born on the hour of the ox between 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., now, this column represents long-term planning, assets, investments, children, and all that. So it kind of means that your long-term planning and investments and projects will thrive. Build something that lasts if you haven't already done so, right? Buy assets that are for the long term or teachings that can outlive trends, right? You want to invest in education and learnings that could outlive trends. That's what you need to do. All right, so that's how you read the luck, the hour pillar. Now, and finally, if the ox is in the luck pillar itself in 2026, it is indicative that this is the year where you meet great people, maybe royalties in an industry, for example, or people in power, where you need to lower your ego and say, let's work together, right? I mean, don't be desperate, of course. When you want to work together with someone, always offer value first. I've met some friends who say, if I meet people of this high stature, I don't know what to sell them. You're not selling them anything. You're going there to offer them your value, your service, your knowledge. Be useful, okay? This is important. Be useful first, and it will unlock doors of opportunities for you down the road because you're investing for the long game. That's what you're going to do, all right? Now, to know more about not just the ox, but the other animal signs, I recommend that you go to this link right now that you see on your screen or scan the code, print your chart, and learn more about how the ox energy interacts with the other 12, the other 11 animal signs in the year of the fire horse. And remember to download all the additional notes as well. Now, remember one thing, the crown you wear in 2026 isn't made of luck. It's forged from discipline, patience, and purpose. And with that, on behalf of Team Joviat and myself, here's wishing you a prosperous and happy new year.
And so thank you, Ox, for hanging out today. May you have a wonderful year. We'll see you in the next one.